Hello, this is Daniel Woodruff, and I am live right now in Tooele on Tuesday afternoon. We've been here this afternoon talking with a home builder about a very unusual story that we didn't expect to hear in this market. If you've been following the housing market at all in the last few weeks, you know that it is very competitive. You know that a lot of the homes are going with multiple offers, lots of cash offers. Homes we've heard of going for even hundreds of thousands of dollars over asking price in some cases. And so it's been a really crazy market. And we got a tip about a builder that was doing something a little bit different. And I've linked to the story in this Facebook video, so you can go check it out if you'd like. And we're posting the video from my piece that just aired on 2 News at 5. But let me go ahead and show you a little bit about this. So we're talking about Goldcrest homes. And there's one of their specs on that rendering there. They are building here in Tooele 87 homes. And we're, by the way, near 520 East and 810 North in Tooele. 87 homes under construction right now. And when they listed the first home a couple of weeks ago, they decided that they didn't like the whole bidding war. They said they had a bunch of buyers come forward. The buyers were ready with offers, and they were ready to bid up the price as usual, right? That's what happens in Utah right now. But the owners told me that they felt uncomfortable with that, and they felt badly for the buyers. And so they decided to change their company policy. And going forward, they said that they would only sell first come, first serve, no bidding wars. The price would remain fixed. It would not go up at all. And it would be given to the first person who came along that was pre-qualified. And their version of pre-qualified is that they are approved by one of their preferred lenders. This could be a lender offer, this could be a cash offer, or whatever, but there's no preference given to cash offers. There's none of that usual bidding that's going on that we see so often. I mean, I did a story a couple weeks ago where you've got these first-time buyers and they're competing with people who are coming in with all cash, or they're coming in and saying, you know, we will pay 50, 60, 70, 80,000 over asking price. And it's just not feasible for so many buyers in this market. And so this builder, Goldcrest Homes, decided to try something new. It's unusual because it's not typically what we hear, right? It is not what most people are doing. A lot of sellers are justifiably so. They're taking, these bidding wars, and they're seeing what the best and highest offer is, and they're going with it. But this builder decided they wanted to do things just a little bit differently. Jessica notices the houses are close together. Some of them are built, so you can see that I'm not sure how big the lot sizes are, but there's a little gap between them right there. But certainly a lot of neighborhoods nowadays are a little closer together than maybe the ones we grew up in. Certainly that's the case for me. Let me flip around here. Let's see. Anyway, as part of the story, we went and interviewed Ross Ford. He is the executive officer with the Utah Home Builders Association. And he told me that he was not aware of the company's approach, hadn't heard about it before, but he said it was interesting. He said, obviously it's unconventional. He said that a lot of builders nowadays are trying very hard, in his words, to provide a good product at a fair price. And obviously in today's market, pricing is difficult. Lumber is up. Copper wiring is up. In fact, the builder here, Goldcrest, told me that they got note the other day that their windows are up 10%. So almost every material is up. Labor is short. And so builders are finding themselves in a difficult market. But also builders are finding themselves with a lot of people who are coming and prepared to pay a lot of money for a home. And so he told me that he's interested by the approach. He wants to see how it lasts, if people catch on to it, if other builders try it. And in fact, I brought it up with the builder here. The owner was Kristen Mortensen, a very nice person. She's also the licensed general contractor. And I asked her, I said, the skeptic in me is interested in why you're doing this. And she said, well, we really want to serve the buyers. She also said she wants to help the company survive long term in a market that won't always be this hot. But she also said, I also asked her, I said, what about, you'll still have competition, right? You'll still have all these people that will come and they'll want to buy this house behind me. You might have 20 people that want it. And she said, yeah, you know, we may regret having done this news story, but she said, we hope to try this. You know, they are doing it, but she said they hope it succeeds. In this market, they're going to try. They're determined to make something work. They said they really don't want to deal with these bidding wars. They don't want to put buyers in a position where they're frustrated and exhausted from coming in and having to bid, only to lose and then have to try it again. And so, yes, there will be competition, she says. Yes, there will be a lot of people interested, but she feels and the company feels that it's better not to get into bidding wars. It doesn't mean that they're giving the houses away. Somebody mentions the price on here. Courtney does. I haven't looked at every single home price for this subdivision, but I asked them, what will the price be based on? And they said the price is based on an appraisal and the cost of materials. I asked, are you inflating the prices at all to account for the non-bidding war? And they said no. And so, you know, we went through quite a bit with the owner, Kristen Mortensen, and she said the price is a fair price that's based on the market, and they just plan to stick it at that price, and they will not accept anything higher than that. And yeah, that's the way it's working. So they've sold 3 homes already under this approach, and they plan to list another 12 or so in the next couple of weeks. This is in Tooele. They have more projects that are planned in Utah County and Davis County. This development is located, I'm looking at a sign right here in Tooele. 520 East is the street we're on, and we're at about 800 North. And I believe this street has another name, and I'm sorry, I'm not from Tooele, so those that are from Tooele can probably correct me, but I believe this was called 7th Street, if I'm not mistaken, and then it turns into 520 East or something. So you'll have to fact check me on that. But it's Goldcrest Homes, and they're the ones that are building here, and then they'll be building in other counties to come. It's a newer company, but the owners are industry veterans. Kristen Mortensen, who I interviewed, said that she's been building for 40 years. So it's interesting. Anyway, Utah's housing market is a wild, wild thing. We've been covering it now for years, I'm sorry. I meant to say weeks and months. I've only been back at Channel 2 since January. But actually, years ago, we did cover the housing shortage that was coming up, as people were warning of that. And so, yeah, for years we've been talking about this, but now we're in the mix of this really intense competition for houses. And since I've come back to the station in January, I've done a lot of reports on housing, and I've done a lot of reports on what buyers are facing in the market. And I would love to invite any of you watching right now, if you have any housing-related stories that you feel are worth us looking into, that you feel would be worth us investigating, or you feel like this, that are worth just some attention, then please let me know. My email address is dawoodruff@KUTV.com. Again, that's dawoodruff@KUTV.com. And just send me an email, and I would love to look into whatever idea you've got as it pertains to the housing market and first-time home buyers and people trying to get into a place or renting or whatever. And I'd love to continue this conversation. We've done quite a bit so far, and we'll continue to cover this from every angle that we possibly can. We've really made it a priority here at 2 News to help you understand the market, understand what's going on, and what is going to come, right? We don't have crystal balls, nobody does, but we talk to some pretty smart people regularly who do understand the market, and based on our reporting and all that, we try to give you a good idea. Anyway, I've got to run. The link to the story is in the Facebook Live up above, so you can click on that, and all of the information is there on this story. Some of you are asking what's going on. You've joined a little bit later in the video here, so click on that link. You'll see all the information there. This is Goldcrest Homes in Tooele County, not doing any bidding wars. Interesting piece. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for engaging on the Facebook Live, and look forward to your story ideas if you want to email those to me. Have a good day.